welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and sparing your time to check out my thoughts on a movie that is just hitting Hulu on Disney on October 8th, and that movie is called Stay, which is written and directed by Jas Summers and stars McRae as a character called Miles and Megalyn Echikunwoke, who plays the character of Kiara. This tells the story of those two characters whose marriage is falling apart. However, in their home that they shared, supernatural forces will test them in a fight for their lives. So I only got sent the poster for this, and that was about it. I don't know of the director or the actors for that matter. But after I checked out Stay, I can say that I'm a little bit torn on this one, because there is a lot to take away in terms of the positives, but there is some negatives that does hold Stay back from reaching its true potential. So let's dive into those positives immediately. Firstly, our two leads, Mo and Megalyn, are great. They have really good chemistry, but they also are able to convey emotions of this very much marriage that has hit the rocks and has broken down. We do get flashbacks throughout and some scenes that they do expand and allude on a little bit more as the runtime progresses of how the relationship formed, moments where these two shined and they instantly kind of fell in love. Some things that also as a marriage is, oh, it's this person's song, or actually this is a really special like letter or moment that really makes them remind them of the good times that their marriage was once involved in. This movie opens up to a beautiful shot of these two characters, of Miles and Kiara, after they are getting married. And someone who got married in 2025, myself, I was like, wow, I love this. I can relate with that. I was also in that position. This is a very artistic movie on a smaller budget. There is some beautiful black and white shots. There's some also really nice orange lens that they utilize that gives us moments of knowing, okay, so this is a past sequence. Okay, so we're now in the present time. It is separated really well. There is also some cool visual effects added in here that really add to certain moments where I'm like, whoa, okay, like I didn't expect that to happen, or okay, I didn't expect, you know, it to go in this direction, this said movie. So I think that is all grounded and thanks to Jas Summers' very much artistic flair for this story. There's a lot of messages at the helm of Stay, including about marriage, about love, relationship, trauma, grief, loss, and so many more emotions are conveyed in this less than 90-minute runtime. So I think the director does at moments helm up those messages to the audience for them to be able to relate to and also grasp on to these characters. So there is some positives to be had, and I did, for that part, enjoy the movie. Now, unfortunately, where my negatives come into play and the part as to where I didn't so much enjoy this movie is there is some visual effects that do look a little bit cheap, or some CG use that doesn't really work too well. I got what they were going for, but it's definitely a budget constraint issue. But it did come off a little bit goofy in a movie that is supposed to be this kind of like supernatural, like this thriller, horror, kind of suspense-filled tension movie called Stay, but I didn't really get that at certain points. Now, I do also think with the story and these supernatural forces that are making our characters fight for their lives, I do think that that comes off not the strongest in terms of how it's been written, or maybe some dialogue moments, or just how the end result comes to play. I understood it, I got it, I saw the ending, and I was like, okay, you know, I didn't hate the movie, but I do think there is some of that is a little bit messy, a little bit convoluted, or a little bit too much of at your face, so to say, than actually let it sink into you and just relish in that said moment that has just happened. So overall, I will say that Stay isn't a bad movie if you are in the house and you're just stopping in maybe on like a rainy night or like a cold night and you want to flick on Disney and Hulu and you think, oh, okay, let me try a stream movie. I would say with Stay, I wouldn't say that you would regret your time. So I'll give this overall of a 2.5 out of 5 stars. But have you seen Stay? Are you going to check it out? Let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. And in the meantime, feel free to check out these videos of mine if you haven't already and have a bit of a deep dive in the channel. But thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.